6, 7, 8.
Welcome to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Let me show you around. So right now we are in the spacious head house of the complex. On my left here we have the concession stand. And then on my right here we have a seating area, whether that's for students, spectators, or fans to come and enjoy before and in between games. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have the space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. So the Dome has impacted the softball team in a variety of ways. First, we used to practice during the winter months over in the rec center, but the limited space availability never really allowed us to hit our full potential, whereas in here, we can fit 2 full-size softball fields. We're also able to start games much earlier in the season. We have a range of equipment available here at the Dome, whether it's the batting cages, the soccer goals, or even a field goal available for the football team. It's a huge opportunity to have the space available to practice in the off-season, especially for our outdoor athletic teams. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes. It's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. The American State Bank Sports Complex will change not only how we practice as Dordt athletes, but also how we interact with the community as a whole. Thanks for letting me take you on a little tour. Hope you stop by soon.
Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? If you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours and hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
1, 2, 3.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, Certified Public Accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Sioux and owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com. Our inaugural broadcast for the 2025 softball season. This is game number 2 on the East Diamond here at the ASB Sports Complex. First game went a little bit long, won by Peru State, 3-2 over Mayville State. Mayville State, the opponent this afternoon for the Dordt Defenders. And this will be the season opener for the Dordt Defenders. Here is their starting lineup defensively. Chloe Croyce is on the mound for the Defenders. Annabelle Hensley is the catcher. Lauren Steenstra is at first base. Casey Karsak is at second base. Kylie Ryder is the shortstop. Bryn Toringa will play third base. In left field, Taylor Horsham. Center field, Brooke Rule. And the right fielder is Brooklyn Cox. The Dordt Defenders are coached by Jeff Zomer. For Mayville State, the Comets, they're in the blue jerseys. They'll be the visitors today. They will start. Leadoff batter is Antares Sierra. She wears number 22, and she plays second base. Batting second will be the center fielder, number 20, Lacey Mathowitz. Batting third, Lindsay Tull. She is the third baseman. Batting fourth will be Madison Teres. She's the shortstop. Batting fifth will be Autumn Magoo. She is the pitcher. Batting sixth will be Ryan Bass. She wears number 21. She's the catcher. Batting seventh will be number 15, Leticia Herrera. She's the left fielder. Batting eighth is Miguela Pino. She wears number 24. She's the first baseman. And batting ninth will be Nevaeh Stinson. She's the DP, and she wears number 29. The right fielder, but not batting, will be Katie Vehan. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch, a strike. 1-1 the count to Sierra. So Chloe Croyce on the mound. She pitched the lion's share of the innings last year for the Dordt Defenders. Offered at, fouled off. Brendan Toringa gives chase, left side. And the count is now 1-2. 1-2 the count, and here's the pitch. Down to the dirt, ball 2. 2-2 the count to Sierra. Season opener for the Defenders, so no numbers to give you at this point. Defenders in their white tops. Their black lettering, black numbers, trimmed out in gold. Here's the pitch, swung on, slapped at. Toringa is up with it, throws over to Steenstra at first base for the out. And Sierra is retired 5-3 for the first put out of the inning. And that will bring Lacey Mathowitz to the plate. So Sierra grounds out to the third baseman. Croyce, a sophomore, impactful last year as a freshman. Pitches in for a called strike to Mathowitz. 0-1 the count. 1 down in the inning. And here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Ball 1. Down in the turf, I should say. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. There will be 2 more games after this one on the East Diamond. West Diamond also running just a shade behind schedule as well. Looks like they're still going through their warm-up, so they are significantly behind schedule now. That one's lined foul. Strike 2. 1-2 the count to Mathowitz. Lindsay Tull waits in the on-deck circle for the Comets. Comets led most of the game against York, but couldn't close the deal. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off into the banner, the advertising banner up above me to my left. I am seated as you watch this game, whether on your device or at home on the TV or on your laptop. Can't quite see the scoring crew and the announce crew. Just off to the right side of your screen. I'm looking almost directly down the first base and right field lineup. Pitches upstairs, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Tull waits in the on-deck circle. 2-2 the count. And here's the pitch. Swung on and slapped foul, and the count remains 2-2. So Croyce not fooling Mathewitz at this point. Annabelle Hensley is behind the plate for the defenders. That's a new name for you Dordt softball fans. Carly Olson handled much of the catching chores through the course of her career. Line shot at Torringa. Torringa spears it for out number 2 of the inning. So a line out to the third baseman for out number 2. And that will bring Tull to the plate. So Tull, third left-handed batter in a row to lead off the first inning. We're scoreless, top of the first. Chloe Croyce trying to work a perfect first. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit in the air, and fouled off of the dome. And the count is, I believe, 1-1. 1-1 the count. And here's the pitch, swung on, and that one's off of the hands. Second baseman backing up. Karsak makes the play. And Tull is retired on the pop out to the second baseman for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the first we go. Right after this 1-minute timeout.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Don't shut the lid or anything until you get internet back. Followed by Casey Karsak, and Chloe Croyce will bat third in the inning if anyone can reach. Lauren Steenstra will bat fourth in the inning. Dordt coach Jeff Zilmer in the third base coach's box. First base coach's box occupied by assistant coach Tori Shute in her first year with the Dordt softball program. Here's the kick and throw from McGough. Pitches down low, ball 1-0 the count. 1-0 the count to Brooke Rule. Karsak waits in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the first. And that one's fouled off by Rule. Strike 1-1 the count. Catcher for Mayville State is Ryan Bass. And that's down in the dirt, ball 2. 2-0 the count. So McGough into the windup. And here's the pitch, down to the dirt, ball 3. 3-1 the count to Rule. 3-1 the count to Rule. Jordan Olson in her second year coaching for Mayville State. Earlier today, they were beaten 3-2 by Peru State. Pitches inside, ball 4 on the walk is issued. So a base on balls surrendered. That is the first base on balls, and trying to advance was Brooke Rule, and Rule retired. So she tried to advance to second base. So retired on the base on balls, and then 1-6. Pitches in for a called strike. 0-1 the count to Karsak. And into the wind, and here's the pitch. Just misses outside from McGough. Strike 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count. And this one lifted high in the air left side, and that one's off of the bubble and down to the turf. So Karsak down to the count, 1-2 by my count. 1-2 pitch on the way to Karsak from McGough. And here it is, swung on, ground ball back to McGough. McGough up with it, throws over to first base in time, 1-3 for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring Chloe Croyce to the plate. So Croyce will step in. Where's number 2? And Croyce trying to extend the inning. Lauren Steenstra waits in the on-deck circle. Steenstra coming off a huge year last year. Swung on and fouled off. Strike 1. She and Croyce led the team offensively. Run production. Batting average. We're scoreless. Bottom of the first inning. And into the wind, here's the pitch. Down to the dirt, ball to Croyce. And the count is even at 1-1. 1-1 the count with 2 down in the inning. Croyce awaits the delivery. Croyce hugging the back of the batter's box. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. So 2-1 the count. Into the wind, here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, driven to center field. And misplaying it in center field is Lacey Mathowitz. And Croyce reaches on the double. Misjudged in center field off of the ceiling. Going to give that a double for the time being. We'll see what our official scorekeepers do here this afternoon. So Croyce now on second base. And here's the pitch, down to the dirt. Ball 1. So that will be ruled an error on the center fielder. And that one's fouled off. I beg your pardon, we're going with a double. Well, we'll get that sorted out. So they are going to rule the error on the center fielder. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. 1-2 the count with a runner on second base. Let's see if Dordt can do some damage here with a runner in scoring position and 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Steenstra goes down swinging for the third out of the inning. And the defenders are retired. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. To the top of the second we go. Back with more right after this. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
We go to the top of the second inning. Due up will be Madison Terrace. First pitch. Down low. So Terrace takes a ball. 1-0 the count. Swung on. This one's fouled off. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count. We're in the top of the second inning. Swung on. This one's driven in the air, left field, hooking towards the corner and out of play. So 1-2 the count. We're in the second inning. Madison Terrace. Awaiting the delivery from Croyce. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that is the first strikeout of the contest for Chloe Croyce on number 1 of the inning. That'll bring Autumn McGough to the plate. McGough is pitching today as well. Croyce has yet to allow a runner. So Croyce, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And that's down low. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. Croyce, that first delivery, you saw her go into the windup and a little bit too eager, and the umpire still had the stop sign up. That one's fouled off. Strike 1, 1-1 the count to Terrace. So Terrace, one and one the count. And here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. That one's off of the bubble and foul ball. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. For those of you unfamiliar with the ground rules here at the ASB Sports Complex under the dome, you've got 2 softball fields. Home plate is located in the home plate we are stationed at. Is in the northeast corner of the complex. That pitch is in for a called strike 3. And McGough caught looking. Strikeout number 2 for Croyce. Out number 2 of the frame, and that will bring number 21, Ryan Bass, to the plate. So Ryan Bass to the plate. Ryan Bass, left-handed batter, takes a pitch. Down low, ball 1, 1-0 the count. The other home plate is in the opposite corner. That would be the southwest corner. The fields far enough apart. They do not interfere with each other. I've not seen a softball make it from one field to the other in the 2+ seasons now of softball here at the ASB Sports Complex. 1-1 the count. Croyce into the wind and pitches in for a called strike. So 2-1 the count. 2-1 the count to Ryan Bass. Pitches up high. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. So now Croyce pitching from behind against Bass. And here's the pitch. That's in for a called strike, and the count goes full. Here comes the payoff pitch from Chloe Croyce. So if the ball strikes the roof in fair territory, the fielders may make a play on it. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a line drive up the middle and a base hit for Ryan Bass. That's the first base hit of the day for Mayville State. And Bass, the catcher, now over at first. Herrera will step in now with a runner on first base. Pitches up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count with 2 down in the inning. Top of the second. And here's the pitch from Croyce, and snap throw over to first base, not in time from Hensley to Steenstra. Diving back in safely was Bass. First base hit of the day for either team. Dordt's base runner, one of the two, came via a error in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the count. The other base runner, Dordt had a runner reach on a base on balls, but then was thrown out at second base trying to catch the defense sleeping, and Herrera goes down looking. Strikeout number 3 for Chloe Croyce, out number 3 of the inning, and the defenders get out of it. No runs a hit. No errors, 1 left. To the bottom of the second inning we go. Back with more after this 1-minute break.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. To the bottom of the second inning we go. And pitch, low, ball one. 1-0 the count to Kylie Ryder. So Ryder takes the ball from McGough. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off of the bubble. Right in front of one of the stationary cameras. Strike one, 1-1 the count. Hensley waits in the on-deck circle for the defenders. Pitches outside, ball two, 2-1. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back to the netting. Strike two, 2-2. So 2-2 the count to Ryder. And Ryder awaits the delivery from McGough. Pitches down low in the dirt, ball 3-2 the count. 3-2 the count. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss by Ryder, strike three. And that is strikeout number 2 for McGough, out number 1 of the inning. And that'll bring Annabelle Hensley to the plate. Hensley wears number 22. So Hensley awaits the delivery. And here's the pitch. That's in for a called strike. 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count to Hensley. Stephenson Roy waits in the on-deck circle. Hensley is a freshman from Elkhorn, Nebraska. She's also the catcher defensively. And here's the pitch, swung on and driven into left field, down the left field line, and the left fielder unable to make the play in left, and that's going to go as a double for Hensley. So Hensley with a one-out double, and that will bring Addison Stephenson Roy to the plate. She is a freshman from Gardner, Kansas. So Hensley with a one-out double as she hooks it down the left field line into the corner, and our view obstructed as Herrera gave chase in left field. Driven over into the left field corner and the double, and the defenders now threatening. Second inning in a row, they've had a runner as far as second base. Stephenson Roy, the DP here this afternoon. And here's the pitch. That's in for a called strike. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two, beg your pardon. Strike three. Stephenson Roy goes down swinging for strikeout number 3, out number 2 of the inning. And that will bring Taylor Horsham to the plate with an opportunity to do some damage. Runner at second will be off with the crack of the bat. Horsham is a freshman from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Pretty youthful team for the defenders. Turned over a lot of athletes last year, most notably shortstop Emma Veenstra, and the catcher we already told you about as well, Carly Olson. Pitch misses inside, ball one. 1-1 the count to Horsham. 1-1 the count with 2 down in the inning. And here's the pitch. Down low, ball 2, 2-1. So the defenders got a runner on second base with a one-out double. Stephenson Roy goes down swinging, and now Horsham trying to extend the inning. Find her way on base somehow. Here's the pitch. That's in for a called strike, and we're even at 2-2. 2-2 the count. So 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the defenders retired. Strikeout number 4 for McGough. To the top of the third inning we go. Mayville State 0, Dordt 0. Mayville State coming to the plate when we're back in 1 minute.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Grain House, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
Inning, Pino, Stinson, and wrapping up will be Vegan. So Pino, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, so beg your pardon, and a line drive through the right side and up with it. Throw from right field is not in time. Right fielder Brooklyn Cox coming up throwing, and Pino with the single, lining it just past the outstretched glove of Steenstra. I forgot that. Got all 10 players listed on my lineup, so Vegan will not bat. Got Stinson in the number 9 spot, Nevaeh Stinson. Pitches down low, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Annabelle Hensley behind the plate trying to frame that one back up. So 1-0 the count to Stinson. That one's in for a called strike, 1-1. We're in the top of the third inning. So 1-1 the count. And here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. 2-1. 2-1 the count. And that pitch is in for misses inside, ball 3, 3-1 the count. Three and 1 the count. Stinson batting for the first time, and she reaches on a walk, and the defenders working themselves into a bit of a jam here. Runners at first and second now with nobody out in the inning. And the defenders will try to bear down here, and looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Stinson. Looks like number 1 has popped out of the dugout. If I'm reading that correctly, that would be Bailey Momberg. Nope, number 7, beg your pardon. So that is actually Vegan, the DP. So she will go in for Stinson to run. So now my question is, so we've got a pinch runner as well for Pino. That's going to be Paget. So Sierra lays down a bunt and is retired on the sacrifice. That goes 1-3 for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring Lacey Mathowitz to the plate, with runners now at second and third. So a sacrifice bunt for Sierra. And Mathowitz batting. She lined out in her last at bat. That pitch is in for a called strike. So Mathowitz with a line out to the third baseman in her last at bat. Dordt trying to work their way out of the trouble. Pitch is in for a called strike 2. Croyce able to work the top side of the strike zone. 1-2 the count to Mathowitz. And here's the pitch, swung on, and that one slapped foul. And the count remains 1-2. So 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the count. Swung on, ground ball right side, second baseman Karsak looks her back in a throwing error. Now the throw home, and they should get the runner in a rundown. And the out double play is recorded, so you have an error charged to the second baseman for the first out. She reaches safely, but the runner from from third, Pino, is retired 3-2 to 5 for the second out of the inning. And then out unassisted is the runner trying to advance from second base. She's retired unassisted by the third baseman. So an eventful third inning. As it turns out, the defenders get out of it unscathed. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. To the bottom of the third inning we go. Back with more in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping, and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home. As we resume play, had to take care of some of the bookkeeping there, the official stats, and things can get a little dicey once in a while, fortunately. Josh Tatton, Hunter Hoffland scoring the game as best they can, and everyone says it's easy. The 95% of it is simple, and then it's the 5% that gets you in trouble. Ball 1-0 the count to Cox. Brooklyn Cox, the batter. And here's the pitch. Swung on, hit softly in the air. Second baseman has it, makes the play. And Brooklyn Cox is retired unassisted by on the pop out to the second baseman for out number 1. And that'll bring the top of the order up again. It'll be Brooke Rule. Brooke Rule, right-handed batter. And Brooke Rule, her last at bat, walked and then was eventually retired as she tried to get to second base, trying to catch the pitcher snoozing, and she was outside of the circle. Had her back to the play, and she took off for second base, and pitcher was able to throw her out at second base. Swing and a miss by Rule. Strike 2, nothing into the count. Nothing into the count. So nothing into the count to Rule. Karsak waits in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. That's in for a called strike 3, and Brooke Rule is retired for strikeout number 5, out number 2 of the inning. And that'll bring Casey Karsak to the plate. We're still scoreless. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Casey Karsak, her last at bat, grounded out to the pitcher. That was back in the 1st inning. First pitch is down low and away. Wow, catches the outside corner. Strike 1, nothing and 1 the count. Nothing and 1 the count. Mayville State, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error so far. Dordt, 0-1 and 1. Both teams with an error, neither one coming back to haunt them. Strike 2, nothing into the count. Right now, McGough has it going. McGough with 5 strikeouts so far and 1 hit allowed. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Karsak is strikeout victim number 6 and out number 3 of the inning. Dordt is retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. To the top of the 4th inning we go. Back with more after this. Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Mayville State, and a very uneventful bottom half of the 3rd inning. After a wild top of the 3rd, we had substitutions, that odd play to end the frame when batter actually reached on an error. This one's fouled off. Strike 1, nothing in 1 the count. To the batter, Lindsey Tull. But then the rundown, Dordt was able to get out of the inning with Pino caught in or the player running for Pino caught in a rundown. And then the runner for Stinson was out unassisted at 3rd base. Nothing in 1 the count. 1-1 the count now to Tull. So 1-1 pitch on the way. And here it is. Low and away, ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 the count. With nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. That's in for a called strike, 2-2. So 2-2 the count. So 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and ripped foul. Past the coach in the first base box. And another pitch on the way, this one coming from Croyce. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And pitch is low, ball 3. 3-2. So the count goes full to Tull. Tull popped out to the second baseman in her last at bat. And here's the pitch. Up high, ball 4, and the walk is issued. That is the second walk surrendered by Chloe Croyce so far. We are in the top of the 4th inning. And the pitch is up high. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. So 1-0 the count with Chloe Croyce. Trying to work herself out of some self-inflicted trouble here with a base on balls given up. Pitch misses upstairs, ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 the count. Not quite to the midpoint of this one. We're scoreless. Swung on and a line drive to right field. That's going to go all the way through to the fence. Extra bases. And the throw home not in time, and advancing to third base on the throw is Terrace. So Terrace with a double and advancing on the throw. Tull scores on the play. Make that a double with advancing on the throw. And here's the pitch from Croyce. It'll just be 2B plus. And McGough batting. Swung on and that one's fouled off. So McGough down to the count 0-2. Defenders are allowing a run, an earned run here in the top half of the 4th. 1-0 our score. And here's the pitch, misses up high. Ball 2, 2-2, and the ball gets away to the backstop. Runner holding at third base, Terrace. So 2-2 pitch on the way to McGough. And here's the pitch. 2-2 pitch misses away, ball 3. 3-2. So the 3-2 pitch coming with Dordt trailing 1-0. Top of the 4th inning. Dordt is the home team for this game. The 8 o'clock contest later tonight, they will be the visitor Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And the count remains full at 3-2. 3-2 the count. Three-two pitch on the way. Swung on, and that one's fouled off of the bubble. Foul territory. And the count remains full to McGough. Rianne Bass waits in the on-deck circle. And the walk is issued as McGough works for the base on balls. That is the third base on balls given up by Croyce. So runners at the corners for Mayville State. And Rianne Bass steps in. Runner will advance to second base. And so now runners at second and third with Rianne Bass batting. So a pair of runners in scoring position for the Comets. Here's the pitch in there for a called strike. And 1-1 the count. Beg your pardon, 0-2 the count. Yours truly not in midseason form yet. But it is only January 31. Swinging, fouled back to the netting. And the count remains 0-2. So 0-2 the count with nobody out. Runners at second and third. Defenders going to have to work to get out of this inning unscathed. That'll help. Swing and a miss by Bass. Strike three. That is strikeout number 4. Out number 1 of the inning. That'll bring Herrera to the plate. She wears number 15. And here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count. Busy day on the Dordt campus tomorrow. Swung on, and that one's fouled off of the bubble. Strike one. Top of the fourth inning, 1 run across. Dort's going to have to work here. Runners in scoring position for the Comets. Here it is. Swung on and fouled off again. 2 strikes. One and two the count. And Croyce gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And she went around. Strike 3. Herrera goes down swinging. That'll be strikeout number 5 for Croyce. Out number 2 of the inning. And Pino will come to the plate. Michaela Pino takes one down around the knees. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Stinson waits in the on-deck circle. And here's the pitch. Swung on, and that one's hit off of the plastic. And they say that that one's out of play, so that'll go as a strike. 1-1 the count to Pino. So 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, strike two, 1-2 the count to Pino. So the defenders now a strike away from getting out of the jam and only allowing one run. Certainly did not look like that was likely. Swing and a miss, strike three, and the defenders get out of the frame without as much damage being done as possible. Mayville State had one run across, runners on second and third with nobody out, and Chloe Croyce proceeds to strike out the next three batters, and the defenders get to the bottom of the fourth inning, trailing 1-0. Back with more after this. NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lamar's. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Chloe Croyce, Lauren Steenstra, Kylie Ryder due up for the defenders. First pitch is low, ball one, 1-0 the count to Croyce. So the defenders able to stay within striking distance. Looked like things might get away from them in the top half of the fourth inning and able to sidestep trouble. Got through the frame, only allowing one run. That pitch is up high, ball two, 2-0. Yeah, he's sitting there with runners on second and third and nobody out and one run already across. You're thinking, oh, maybe Mayville State's on the verge of putting up a crooked number. Dordt was able to get 3 outs with Chloe Croyce fanning 3. And Croyce didn't go around. Ball 3, 3-0. 3-0 the count. And here's the pitch. Strike one. 3-1 the count to Croyce. Croyce thought that one was a little low. That one down around the knees. And the count now 3-1 to Croyce. Croyce awaits the delivery. Pitches outside, ball 4 and the walk is issued. So Croyce works for the base on balls, leadoff walk. And Croyce, second batter to reach by virtue of a base on balls for the defenders. And will we have a pinch runner for Croyce? So Chloe Croyce will be lifted for a pinch runner. That'll be Peyton Whipple. So Peyton Whipple will run for Croyce. It'll be a pinch runner in softball. Pinch runner for softball. Courtesy runner is that baseball terminology where you get the... This one counts as a substitution, actually, so you can't have the runner. Croyce can re-enter once. Now the ball's going to get away from the catcher, and Whipple advances to second base on the wild pitch. So wild pitch. So Lauren Steenstra now batting with a runner in scoring position. Sometimes you got to guide the stat keepers or the book operators as well. Courtesy runner, that's baseball lingo, and those are designated before the game for the pitcher and the catcher, and they can re-enter as many times as they would like, and they can also enter for another player, so that's the freebie in baseball. Softball, you got the substitutions where you can re-enter once. Swing and a miss by Steenstra. Steenstra in her last at-bat struck out as well. So Whipple, a junior, she's from Longwood, Florida, by way of Oklahoma Wesleyan University. And here's the pitch on the way to Steenstra. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Lauren Steenstra goes down swinging. So for Steenstra, second strikeout, first out of the inning. Brings Kylie Ryder to the plate. Ryder and Hensley to bat unless we have something out of the ordinary here with an unlikely double play. Ryder pitches bottom half of the strike zone, strike one. Ryder is from Mansfield, Ohio, part of that group of freshmen talked about earlier. Steenstra just batted. She's a junior from Wyoming, Michigan. Pitches down low. Ball 1-1 the count. Ryder at shortstop for the Defenders today on opening day. And here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, shallow left center field, and an over-the-shoulder catch made by the shortstop, and Ryder is retired on what looked like was going to be a Texas leaguer. Nice play by the shortstop for the Mayville State Comets, Madison Terrace. Ryder is retired on the pop-out to the shortstop for out number 2. And they'll bring Hensley to the plate. Defenders, runner on second with nobody out, proceeded to have the last 2 batters retired. Whipple was almost in no man's land. Fortunately wasn't forced, so she could afford to hang a little closer to the base as Terrace gave chase in left center. Here's the shallow left center. Pitches in for a called strike to Hensley. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. And here's the pitch. Up high. Ball 2. 2-1. So 2-1 the count. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2 to Hensley. Hensley in her last at bat, she had a double. Double here would tie the game in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Down low in the turf. And Whipple thought about advancing, got about halfway there and retreats back to second base. And the count is full, 3-2 to Hensley. So Whipple will be off on contact. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. That is strikeout number 8 for McGough. Out number 3 of the inning. The Defenders, no runs. No hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Still Mayville State 1, Dordt nothing. Back with more from the Bubble, ASB Sports Complex. Back with more in 1 minute. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dordt University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. So Chloe Croyce checks back in to pitch as we anticipated. So that's her re-entry for those of you who get into that kind of stuff. There are a few of us still out there. The intricacies of baseball and softball scorekeeping can be challenging. Stinson takes the ball up high, 1-0 the count. Some of us find those things terribly interesting. Many people, their eyes glaze over when you start talking rules and scorekeeping. Pitches in for a called strike, 1-1 the count. We're in the top of the fifth inning, so starting to measure this by how many outs left. Dordt's got 9 outs to work with, trailing by a run. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Mayville State for the defenders. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the defenders. The hit for the defenders by Hensley. Pitches in. Hensley had a double. Terrace also with a double. Stinson in her last at-bat reached and then was lifted for a pinch runner, fouled off, back to the netting. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. 1-2 the count. Beg your pardon, 2-2 the count. So the 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and back to the netting. Count remains 2-2. So 2-2 the count. Swung on and this one's fouled off. And the count remains 2-2. And that one's down in the dirt, or down in the turf. And the count goes full, 3-2. So 3-2 the count. And softly hit, third base side, and unable to handle it cleanly is the third baseman, Bryn Torringa. And Stinson will reach. I'm guessing that's going to go as an error on the defenders. That's going to go against Bryn Torringa. And it looks like we will have a runner again for Stinson. This will be that DP flex swap in all likelihood. Vegan. So Stinson reached on the error. So Vegan will check in again as have that ability with that flex player, and as nearly as I can describe it, that flex player can go in at any point for anyone in the lineup. It is a unique spot to be. And the bunt laid down, Torringa up with it, throws over to first base in time, and Sierra is retired on the sac bunt. 5-4 for the first out of the inning. Vegan advances over to second base, and our score remains 1-0. So Mayville State trying to play for a run here in the middle innings, leading 1-0, trying to add to it. And this one's grounded up foul. Strike one. 0-1 the count. Pitch is inside. Ball two. Beg your pardon, 1-1 the count. And that pitch is in for a called strike. So Chloe Croyce flirting with some trouble earlier. Now 1-2 the count to Mathewitz. And this one lifted softly, third base side, and making the play over near the fence, the third baseman Torringa. And Torringa with a pop out in foul territory for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring the batter Tull to the plate. Tula, that is. Beg your pardon. Tula. Did I mention I'm not in midseason form yet? Fouled off. Strike one, 0-1 the count. So Tula is the batter. And here's the pitch. Swung on, check swing foul. Strike two. 0-2 the count. So 0-2 the count. Pitch misses outside. Ball one, 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the count. And here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back to the netting. And the count remains 1-2. So 2-2 pitch up high and tight. That one buzzed the tower. And the count now even at 2-2. 2-2 the count. And here's the pitch in there for a called strike three. And Tula goes down looking. Strikeout number 7 for Chloe Croyce, out number 3 of the inning. And the defenders will go to the bottom of the 5th inning, still trailing 1-0. Back with more from the ASB Sports Complex right after this.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
We're back at the ASB Sports Complex. Addison Stephenson Roy will come to the plate to lead things off. Taylor Horsham, Brooklyn Cox, 7-8-9 hitters due up for the Defenders. Swung on, hit in the air. That one bounces off of the roof, and that's going to be a foul ball. Strike one, nothing and one the count. That's a free chance for the defense, and the second baseman, Sierra, unable to make the play. That one took a bounce off of the rounded roof and was headed for the foul line and then came back towards the second base bag and simply overran it. No penalty for the defense to go for it there. It's either going to end up as an out or a foul ball. And into the windup. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike two. 1-2 the count. 1-2 the count. Stephenson Roy struck out in her last at bat. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that one's off of the bubble again. Shortstop will have a play at it. Second baseman makes the grab, snatching it away from the shortstop. So Sierra takes it away from Terrace, and Stephenson Roy is retired on the pop out to the second baseman for out number one of the inning. That'll bring Taylor Horsham to the plate. Horsham struck out in her last at bat. And here's the pitch inside, ball one, 1-0 the count to Horsham. So 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss, strike two. So 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one, 2-1. Two and one the count. Pitch is low and away. Ball three, 3-1. 3-1 the count. Swung on and fouled back to the netting. Actually made it over the netting. And the pitch is down low. Ball, well, I thought that was ball four. That's ball three. So we're full count now to Horsham. That is the one downfall here in the ASB Sports Complex. Just not a great way to track. Balls and strikes. Fouled off. And the count remains full at 3-2. Now, Mentioned earlier, you're getting to the part of the game where you start measuring things in outs, and Dordt's got 8 to work with, and that one's inside to Horsham and actually hit her, so she'll reach after being hit by the pitch. And that'll bring Brooklyn Cox to the plate. Why does that matter, you ask? Well, if it's a base on balls, simply the 4th ball, she could advance from second base. Hit by pitch, it's a dead ball. Brooklyn Cox batting. Cox will lay down a bunt, pushes it foul, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Catcher, Rianne Bass, saw that immediately and did not go after it in any way, shape, or form. And stepping in again will be Cox. So Brooklyn Cox awaits the delivery. Here's the pitch. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch is on the outside half of the plate. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. So 0-2 the count with 1 down in the inning. Brooke Rule waits in the on-deck circle. If the defenders can start the inning, start the lineup over. Cox in her last at-bat popped out to the second baseman, lines this one softly towards center field and drops that one in for a base hit. So Cox deposits that in short center field. And the defenders now with runners at first and second and 1 down. Well, now you need a timely hit. Brooke Rule will come to the plate. With runners at first and second. And here's the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, right center field, giving chase. The right fielder unable to make the grab in the alley. 1 run will score. Holding at third base. No, they're going to try to score her, and she is thrown out at the plate trying to score as Brooklyn Cox has the tag applied, but the defenders tie the game as Taylor Horsham scores. Cox is retired. I believe that went 8. Well, I'm not sure who made the throw in, but Cox is retired. Rule advances all the way to third base, so a double with an advancement on the throw. So Rule doubles, advances to third on the throw. Cox out at home. Cutoff throw by the second baseman. Sierra delivers a strike, and the catcher hung on to it. That's Rianne Bass. Swing and a miss to Karsak. So 2 down in the inning. So the defenders tied at 1-1 with the base hit. Up high and away. And the defenders go ahead run just 60 feet away. Karsak in her last at-bat struck out. Swung on and fouled back. Out of play. So 0-2 the count. And here's the wind down to the dirt. So Karsak takes a ball. It's 2-2. 2-2 the count to Karsak with 2 down in the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Mayville State Comets. 1, 3, and 2 for the defenders. Here's the pitch, swung on and ripped down the left field line, and that's got a chance and a home run. Touch 'em all. The home run by Karsak as she puts a charge into that one, brushing the bubble in left field. Karsak with a 2-run home run, And the Dordt defenders take a 3-1 lead. Karsak crushes that one down the left field line. Got up around the roof and just followed the curve of it for the last third of the flight. And Chloe Croyce now comes to the plate with 2 down in the inning and the base is empty. Karsak absolutely crushed it, the no-doubter. And that brings Croyce to the plate. Here's the pitch. Croyce takes a ball. 1-0 the count. Once that one left the bat, you knew there wasn't, that one wasn't coming back. And pitches up high and away. Ball 2, 2-0. So 2-0 the count. So Casey Karsak easily knocking that one over the fence. The sophomore from Olathe, Kansas. That pitch is in for a called strike. 2-1 the count. So the defenders with 3 runs here in the 5th inning. And a thrown out base runner at home away from, and that's lined up the middle, and the defenders right now seem to have solved the puzzle. That was Autumn McGough. McGough, up to this inning, had been in control, had 8 strikeouts and a couple of walks, and just 1 run given up, 1 hit given up before this inning. The defenders, though, now 4 hits with 3 runs. And the pitch is down low to Steenstra. So the defenders now sitting with a 3-1 lead. And you go from talking about only having 8 outs to work with. Now they've got 7 outs to work with, but they're up by 2 runs. Steenstra takes a strike. So 3-1 our score. Defenders leading. And here's the pitch. And the pitch, a ball. And Steenstra waits the delivery. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And out of play. So the defenders with a 3-1 advantage now, turning it around after trailing 1-0. And that one's fouled off of the plastic. So Steenstra fouls that one. Well, it hits the bubble as well, and that's going to be a dead ball as it drops to the turf. Swung on and ripped foul. So Steenstra fighting in this at bat, hanging in there. Here's the pitch, and Steenstra fans at it, strike 3. And the side is retired, but not before the defenders take the lead, 3-1. The big blow being a Casey Karsak home run to left field. And the Dordt defenders with a 3-1 advantage now, as Dordt with 3 runs on 4 hits. They strand 1. To the top of the 6th inning we go. Back with more right after this.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day.
Dordt University's Christian perspective is thoughtfully and authentically applied in all areas of life. Live your faith in every area of life at Dordt University.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
So the defenders now playing with a 3-1 lead. Chloe Croyce. First pitch is a ball. Madison Terrace batting. Third team trailing now 3-1, and ground ball. Shortstop up with it. Throws over to first. Steenstra picks it cleanly on the throw from Ryder for the first out of the inning. 6-3, that's scored for out number one. That'll bring up McGough. McGough surrendered. Couple of runs in the, 3 runs in the home half of the fifth. Dordt getting a couple of them on a 2-run home run. Three to 1 our score. The defenders. This one's lifted in the air, right center field. It's going to be trouble, and that'll drop in for extra bases for McGough. Gets away from the outfielders. Finally get it back into the infield, and McGough with a triple. As the Dordt outfield, Rule and Cox had a hard time getting that ball, as it must have taken a funny bounce off of the fence. So with 1 out of the inning, Rianne Bass will come to the plate. Rianne Bass will step in. So Bass batting, the left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, and that one's going to bounce off of the roof. Strike one, 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count to Rianne Bass. So the Comets trying to stage a comeback now. Pitch is on the inside half of the plate. Strike two, 0-2 the count with 1 out. Bass at her last at bat, struck out. Reached on a single in her first at bat. And that one just misses. Ball one, 1-2 the count with 1 out in the inning. So 1-2 the count with 1 out. And here's the pitch. Swung on and a line drive up the middle. That'll drive a run in. Up with it cleanly in center field is Brooke Rule, and Rianne Bass delivers a single. And the Comets back to within a run at 3-2. We're in the top of the 6th inning. I believe we'll have a pinch runner now for the Comets. Bass, the catcher, will give way to Branecki, Tobin. So Tobin now running for Bass. 1 out in the inning. So we will have a pinch hitter for Herrera. This will be Coral Perez. Coral Perez. So Coral Perez will come to the plate with a runner on first base. And pitch from Croyce is up high. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. And that pitch upstairs from Croyce. Ball 2, 2-0. So 2-0 the count. And that pitch is in for a called strike to Perez. I am guessing all of these will be re-entry situations. That one's fouled off. And the count, no, 2-2. Top of the 6th inning. Well, we're going to run a little bit behind schedule here. Had a feeling that might be the case. Stacking games up 4 and 5 deep. Croyce's pitch just misses. Ball 3, 3-2. So Croyce back into the circle. Here's the full count delivery. In there for a called strike 3. And that is out number 2 of the inning, as Perez is retired on the strikeout. That is the 8th strikeout by Chloe Croyce. And out number 2 of the inning. Pitch is in for a called strike. So Tobin at first base represents the tying run here in the top of the 6th inning. And here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on and softly hit. And the shortstop makes the play. That's Ryder gloving it, picking it out of the air. And Pino is retired on the soft line drive for the 3rd out of the inning. 1 run, couple of hits. Beg your pardon, 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dordt leading 3-2. Back with Dordt at bat right after this. And here's the pitch. Swung on, driven in the air, right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. And this one's a shot up the middle. That'll score 1 run to tie it. Here comes the go-ahead run and scoring on the play. And Kylie Ryder will bat. And here's the pitch outside. Ball 2, 2-0. So Ryder batting with the bases empty, leading off the inning. And here's the pitch to Ryder down to the dirt after the brief mound visit. Or I guess in softball terms, the circle visit. And the pitch low and away, ball 3, 3-0. Well, and she walks on the play, so Ryder issued the base on balls. So we will have a pinch runner for Ryder. And that will be number 44. That'll be Micaiah DeJager. So DeJager will now run, and we have a pitching visit. McGough. Talking with pitching coach from Mayville State, either Megan Elliott, Emily Haynes, or Alyssa Avia. So batting will be Annabelle Hensley with a runner on first base. The base on balls surrendered. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 the count. McGough so far today, 3 earned runs allowed, walked 3 and struck out 9. He's given up 5 hits, thrown 98 pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 the count. And the pitch is low and away. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. So DeJager, Micaiah DeJager, running for Ryder. Pitch is up high, ball 2, 2-2 the count. So 2-2 the count. And here's the pitch down low, ball 3, 3-2. So 3-2 the count. And here's the pitch, swung on and hammered foul. And that'll be a foul ball. Count remains 3-2. So 3-2 the count to Hensley. Hensley in her last at bat struck out. She also has a double to her credit. DeJager at first base, swung on. This one's hit in the air. That one's off of the roof and slicing foul. And that one's blown dead, if you will. So full count pitch on the way to Hensley with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off again and out of play. So full count pitch on the way again to Hensley. Here it is. Takes it up high and away. Ball 4, and the walk is issued. It's walk number 4 given up by McGough. Runners at first and second now. Dieger at second base. Over at first base is Hensley. And the batter will be Stephenson Roy. Stephenson Roy today 0 for 2. Bunts it and it pops it up into the air. And it's out of play. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count. Nothing and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit in the air, right field, and that's going to hit off of the roof, and that'll be a dead ball. Drops to the ground. Right fielder would have had a pretty good shot at it, I believe. Looked like Katie Vegan was tracking it in right. And here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. So Dieger at second base, Hensley at first. There's nobody out in the inning. Our game approaching 2 hours old now. Got started a little bit late. And here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's a ground ball third base side. Charging towards the bag and getting the out is the third baseman, Tula. Stephenson Roy reaches on the fielder's choice. Dieger is retired, unassisted by the third baseman. And now we'll have more changes for the defenders. I believe Stephenson Roy will be lifted for a pinch runner. And that will be Abby Hitchcock, a freshman from Johnston, Iowa, running for Stephenson Roy. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, you'll have the York Dakota Wesleyan contest, and then wrapping up the night will be Dordt versus Dakota State. We fire things up again at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And the bunt is pushed to the pitcher, and she throws over to first base and throws it up the line. 1 run will score. Charging around third and holding. That'll be an error charged to the pitcher on the bunt. So Horsham reaches on the error, charged to the first baseman. The runner, Hensley, comes all the way around to score. Hitchcock holds at third, and Horsham advances to second. So the defenders now back in front by 2 at 4-2. And Mayville State unable to record the out. Would have been the second out of the inning. Instead, there's still 1 out. Swung on and strike 1. 0-1 the count. So Brooklyn Cox. Here's the pitch. Low and away. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count with Brooklyn Cox batting. Cox 0 for 2 so far today. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. Right center field. Center fielder unable to track it. And Cox has got a double at least. And the throw home not in time. And that'll go as a triple for Brooklyn Cox. A 2-run triple for Brooklyn Cox. And the Dordt defenders breaking the game open now, leading 6-2 on the 2 RBI triple by Brooklyn Cox. That'll bring Brooke Rule to the plate. So the defenders took a 3-1 lead with 3 runs in the 5th inning, and now have matched that with another 3 runs here in the 6th inning. Both RBIs, just one unearned run. So the pitch is in for a called strike to Brooke Rule. And the defenders continuing to threaten. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that one's off of the ceiling, and that'll be caught by the shortstop for the 2nd out of the inning. So Brooke Rule retired on the pop out to the shortstop for out number 2, and that'll bring Casey Karsak to the plate. Now any run that scores from here on out will be unearned as well. So Karsak will come to the plate, right-handed batter. If Dordt can get another run. Swung on, and that one's fouled off. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. Karsak hit one that the Dome could barely contain earlier in the game. That was back in the 5th inning. I think we've got a highlight of that clipped and put up on social media. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside and high. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count, so the defenders in front. Leading 6-2, giving themselves a little room to work. Pitch is fouled back to this out of play. Strike 2. 1-2 with 2 down. So 1-2 the count. And here's the pitch. Low and away. Two and two the count with 2 down in the inning. Three and two the count. And here's the pitch. Ball 4 and the walk is issued, so Karsak is walked on the play, on the pitch. Runners at first and third. And that'll bring Chloe Croyce to the plate with runners at first and third and 2 down. So runners at first and third with 2 down in the inning. Pitch is up high and away. Ball 1, 1-0 the count to Croyce. Croyce so far today, a single, a walk, and an error. Reached on an error, so 1 for 2 official, 1 for 1 officially for Croyce. 1 for 2 reaching on the error, so that gets counted against her batting average. Two down in the inning. Karsak is at first base. And that pitch is in for a called strike. 2-1 the count. So 2-1 the count. And pitch is down low, ball 3-1. This is the last two innings for the defenders. Bottom of the fifth and bottom of the sixth. 3-1 pitch on the way. Taking a lot of time to play out. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Ball 4 and the walk is issued. So the base on balls given up, and that is now the fifth base on balls given up by McGough. And that'll bring Lauren Steenster to the plate with the bases loaded. And that pitch is in for a called strike. 0-1 the count. So Steenstra trying to get things going. 0 for 3 thus far. Struck out in the first, fourth, and fifth innings. Swings at that one, fouls it off. Strike 1. Pardon me, strike 2. 0-2 the count. Just takes one. And suddenly the confidence comes back. The defenders with 4 extra base hits today out of their 6 hits total. Here's the pitch. Swung on and slashed down the left field line, but foul. And the count remains 0-2. Couple of doubles by Brooke Rule and Hensley. A triple by Cox and a home run by Karsak, accounting for the defenders. 4 extra base hits. This one's lifted in the air, right center field. Trouble, and the right fielder makes the grab. Coming over is Vegan. To make the grab in right center field is Steenster. Gives it a ride, but retired for the third out of the inning. The defenders tack on 3 more runs. Dordt currently 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Mayville State 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Comets when we're back in 1 minute.
At Dordt, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dordt students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dordt University.
The Hope Fund helps cover a myriad of situations that students find themselves in, most of them not self-inflicted. It could be the medical condition of a family member. It could be natural disasters. 100% of what's donated to that fund goes to students for real-world need. It gives Defender Nation an opportunity to come together and help students and their families who are in need. We get to participate in something that is so much bigger than ourselves.
Henson to lead things off for the Comets. Takes the ball, 1-0 the count. So 1-0 the count to Stinson. Sierra waits in the on-deck circle. Pitches in for a called strike. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count. The defenders now sitting on a 6-2 advantage. Here's the pitch. Misses inside. Ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 the count. So 2-1 the count with Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Just above our head. So 2-2 count. Nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Comets. Coming up at the conclusion of today's game, we'll have the Ross Hoekstra State Farm Player of the Game. Pitch is a ball, 3-2. 3-2 the count. So far the defenders, 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Mayville State 2-5-2. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Chloe Croyce with her 9th strikeout of the game. Brings Sierra to the plate. Sierra in her last at-bat. Retired. 5-4 on a sacrifice bunt. She is 0 for 1 officially today. A couple of sac bunts and a ground out back in the first inning, 5-3. Check swing and Sierra doesn't go around. 1-1 the count with 1 down in the inning. Here's the pitch. Inside, and Sierra steps out of the way of that pitch as Croyce comes up and tight to the slap hitter, went inside on her. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3. 3-1 the count. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Three and one the count with 1 out in the inning. And here's the pitch. Up high and the ball 4. The walk is issued. Well, if you're Dordt, you don't want to work yourself into trouble. Sierra works for the base on balls. And for Chloe Croyce, that is the 4th base on balls issued today. She's faced. This will be her 29th batter faced. Pitch is in for a called strike. And so Chloe Croyce pitches in for a called strike. 0-2 the count. And a line drive dropped into left field for a base hit. So runners at first and second. And now the Comets positioning themselves. The Comets, couple of runners on, trailing by 4. Dordt's got a little bit of room to work with. Throw over to second base, not in time. So 0-1 the count with 1 down in the inning. We are in the top of the 7th, last chance for the Comets. And here's the pitch, swung on, hit in the air. That one's going to bounce off of the roof, and they'll rule that one dead. 0-2 the count. So Tula is the batter. Tula today popped out to the second baseman, walked, struck out. She can do some damage. Left-handed batter, 0-2 pitch on the way. And setting up and on the outside half of the plate was Hensley, and Croyce trying to nibble at the edges, and Hensley unable to frame it back in. That one was well off of the plate. So 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that one's fouled off again. And the count remains 1-2. So 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the count with one out in the inning. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back to the net again. And the count remains 1-2. So 1-2 the count with one out in the inning. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back to Croyce. She throws over to third base, gets one. So the fielder's choice for Tula. The out is recorded. Croyce throws over to third base to get the lead runner. Sierra, she's retired 1-5 for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring Terrace to the plate, so Dordt keeps the tying run in the on-deck circle. Pitch misses outside. Ball one, 1-0 the count with 2 down in the inning. Immediately following the conclusion of our contest, we'll take a break, and then we'll do a very brief Wireless World post-game show. Ground ball, left side. That will include the State Farm Player of the Game during our post-game. Probably just take a 1-minute break when this game concludes, if we can work that out. And here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the netting. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. So Chloe Croyce a strike away from wrapping this one up. Be a hard-fought win for the defenders. 6-2 ends up being a fairly comfortable margin, but so 6-2 our score. Here's the pitch. Misses up high. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. So Croyce playing with house money, if you will. Not much to lose there. Went with the fastball, and the riser went up and out of the strike zone. Seeing if she could get Terrace to go after one. Would have been hard to keep up with, but Terrace saw it was going out of the strike zone. Now fouls that one off, and the count remains 2-2. 2-2 the count. Swung on and fouled back to the netting again. And the count remains 2-2. 2-2 the count. So 2-2 the count. And here's the pitch. Change up. Just misses. Ball 3, 3-2. So Croyce that time just misses upstairs with a changeup. And the defenders trying to stay out of trouble here. Terrace in her last at bat grounded out to the shortstop, also as a double. And that pitch is in for a called strike 3. And the side is retired. Mayville State leaves a couple of base runners on. The Dordt defenders win it by a final of 6-2. We will take a break, and we'll be back with the Wireless World postgame show in 1 minute.
The Hope Fund helps cover a myriad of situations that students find themselves in, most of them not self-inflicted. It could be the medical condition of a family member. It could be natural disasters. 100% of what's donated to that fund goes to students for real-world need. It gives Defender Nation an opportunity to come together and help students and their families who are in need. We get to participate in something that is so much bigger than ourselves.
Our students are thinking about God's good design for creation, and I think we're really intentional about having students think about what does this mean for you as you serve them. Although we offer them a very rigorous set of courses and expectations in the academic sense of social work, we also teach as intentionally and as rigorously as other academic programs, but have this fundamental and core foundation of who we are and why we're here.
We are back for the Wireless World post-game show. The Dordt Defenders come from behind to defeat Mayville State this evening, 6-2. Mayville State in this one took a 1-0 lead in the fourth inning. Dordt came back with 3 in the bottom half of the fifth inning, though, and the big blow being a home run by Casey Karsak to make it 3-1 at the time. Mayville State got 1 back in the sixth, and then Dordt added 3 for insurance, and that was more than enough as the Defenders win it 6-2. 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Defenders. Mayville State 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Defenders. They were led. Brooklyn Cox had a pair of hits. She had a triple and a single, knocked in a couple of RBI. 2 runs scored for Taylor Horsham. The home run by Casey Karsak. Chloe Croyce also with a single. And Brooke Rule had a base hit as well. That was a double. And Hensley had a double as well. The Defenders also got 6 walks today. Multiple bases on balls for Chloe Croyce. Chloe Croyce gets the pitching win. She goes the distance. She gives up 2 earned runs on 6 hits, walks 4 and strikes out 10. McGough takes the loss for Mayville State. She goes the distance as well, 6 runs, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, and strikes out 9. Today's player of the game brought to you by Ross Hoekstra with State Farm, serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. Call Ross at 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs. Stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. State Farm player of the game today for her pitching effort today, Chloe Croyce. So Chloe Croyce is the player of the game for tonight. That's going to do it for our broadcast of this contest. We'll fire things back up on our network, and we'll be back shortly with the third game of the day on the East Field. That will be York versus Dakota Wesleyan.